In this final video on Resolver Ballot, we're going to take a look at the reporting and analysis options that are available to you either during a session or after it has been completed. While on the vote screen, you can see the results of the vote in a bar chart format. But if you're to right-click on the chart, you can change it to a pie chart format or adjust any other properties if you want to modify its appearance. Also, clicking on the File button in the top left will allow you to copy the actual vote screen, save it as an image, or export as needed. The export for presentation will take all of the voting results into a PowerPoint file with the title page for your assessment and places for you to add any notes. The Vote and Report tab is where you will both start your session, as we saw in a previous video, and where you can view your results in a table format. From here, you can view average scores, vote totals, and measures of agreements, highlight high, medium, and low scores, add formulas to your results, and decide what items or criteria and formula should be included or excluded from your reporting. The standard setting for both multiple choice and rating scale voting types is to display an average of the votes received. This would be displayed to 1 decimal point, but several other options are available as well. Clicking on the Data tab, and then you can select from the list of options. Averages, as just mentioned, is the default setting. This is an arithmetic mean of all the votes received. Response totals is the sum of all of the votes. Agreement spreads calculates the standard deviation of the values. The agreement standard error is a measure of the deviation from the mean for a sample. This is similar to the standard deviation, but it takes into account the number of voters in order to quantify the accuracy of the deviation measure. Modes for multiple choice is used for multiple choice votes. The mode can be displayed instead of the mean, as the mean is typically not a meaningful measure in this particular case. From here, you could also change the color coding, add filters by either linked items or by stakeholders, moving to the Reports tab, this gives you access to a variety of options. You can see responses for selected criteria, stakeholder responses, response percent by criteria, and responses by item and criteria. All of these options will allow you to copy the information to a clipboard for printing. When it comes to the charts, again, you have a multitude of options. The scatter chart or heat map is the most used with the greatest number of options, and these include the ability to select what criteria should be displayed on the X and Y axis, as well as color coding, and a variety of statistics can be displayed, as well as different identifiers for various data points. Right-clicking on the chart will open the settings where you can make any changes you might need. Another option from here is to use a Keypad distribution chart. This report is used when a facilitator may want to zoom in on a particular risk item and see a heat map of the distribution of voters on that individual risk. The Crosstab chart can be used to display the total number of participants who have responded for each possible response. This is a frequency distribution that is plotted for one item and criteria against another. Another chart type is the multivariate. This allows you to view the positive and negative correlations between criteria based on voting results. Other chart types that can be listed here are other column or bar charts, line charts. Once again, once selected, you can view the data and modify the settings as you see fit. This concludes our training for Resolver Ballot. For more information on this and other ballot topics, don't hesitate to use the in-application help guide, as well as visit our customer portal for documentation and articles.